Hey everyone, it's Erik with District 82 Pinball. So we are looking at Metallica. I'm going to show you a problem and then the fix. So the problem, this is the original Metallica. I know they just came out with the new one. But on the original one, you got the magnet core and it's like the smaller one, right? Whereas the new one is much bigger. So the problem with this magnet core, over time, it gets mushroomed. And I mean, you can kind of see it in the video, but it's gotten to the point where I personally hit a shot. It hit the edge of the magnet, jumped up and hit the plastic, and then came back and didn't give me the shot. So now I'm upset. So I'm gonna fix this. You can order a new magnet core. They're like $10. You know, it's a piece of cake. But there was a point in time when you couldn't get magnet cores. I remember that time. So what I would do is I would pull them out, and then I would use a grinder and grind them down. It's a little tricky to get it to be flat when you're done, but you know, it's not that bad. I'm going to do that and show you guys what that is. This is, I think, is a Cliffy thing I got around this to help protect the playfield from when it gets mushroomed. Now, sometimes when it gets mushroomed like this, it'll dig into the playfield, and if you wait long enough, you won't be able to pull it down through the playfield. Then you would actually have to loosen it and push it up and through the playfield to get it out all the way. If you got a Sega game that's got the original magnet core in it, it's probably gonna look that way. But let's take a look at this and see what we got. Okay, so this is the underneath of that magnet core. Now the magnet, I mean, I don't know if I've replaced a magnet. I can't remember the last time I replaced a magnet in a game, so it's fine. I'm gonna loosen this nut here, and then they have a big notch for the giant screwdriver, which you can then use to screw the core in or out, depending on, you know, which way you want to go. But I can tell you that when you go up and out, there's no damage to the playfield, just because it's going to be fine all the way through. But if it hasn't been damaged on top, you could also pull it down. So let's take a look. Okay, so I just got my crescent wrench, and I'm gonna give it a turn. Oh, wow, that was quite the turn. All right, so gotta go a little more. We'll get this guy off of here. This is a lot harder to do with one hand than I would think it is. But okay, so we got this coming. This is how you would adjust it up and down a little bit, which we're definitely gonna have to do. But let me just finish getting this off, and okay, here we go. And then we will determine which way to get this core out, so then I can shave it down. All right, so I'm just gonna screw it all the way through, up and out, and because I could see that it was a little mushroomed on the top side, and I do not want to damage the playfield at all. So once I get this out, let's show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I've pulled it out, and you can see like there's a little lip all the way around it, right? And that actually looks normal because it's so even, but that is not normal. Okay, I don't have a new one here with me, so I'm just gonna fix this one. But if you look at a new one, there's no lip on it. That's just from the force of the magnet, you know, pulling it down essentially and mushrooming it up. And you can see the top there is definitely mushroomed, and it's kind of created a little ramp. So I'm gonna try and grind this thing down flat again. If I do a bad job, then I'm just gonna buy a new magnet core. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get this back in, because it's just a giant chunk of metal. Okay, so here's my first go at it, just grinding it down, and it's rough. It's you know, when you use a grinder, especially if I'm doing it by hand, it comes out a little rough. So I do have a little hand file and some sandpaper to try to make this thing, but it looks pretty flat. But I'm going to clean up the edges with some much finer job and see how that looks. Okay, and now I just used a metal file to really get the edge nice and clean, and you know, made it a lot smoother all the way around. Now I'm going to put this back into Metallica, and then I got to level it, and that's what that whole nut, you loosen it up a little bit, move it up, you know, and down and tighten it, and it's that thing's just got to be level with the play field. Okay, I am all done. It is back in. It is nice and flush and level, and it should not jump off of this anymore and hit up here and cause, you know, potentially bust this plastic up as well. But that's how you fix the magnet core if it's you know, bad in your game. And I know for the new games now, Stern is putting in the much larger magnet. I mean, essentially it's the same magnet core with a giant stainless steel ring around it, I believe. I haven't had to deal with any of those yet, so they must have done it right. But especially on the old games, it's very common for those things to be digging into the playfield all around, and then you're doing some playfield repair along with the magnet core, and then, you know, these Cliffies can kind of cover that up if you got some playfield damage on it. But you still got to fix that playfield. Otherwise, it's just gonna bust this ring out if there's nothing underneath it. So I'm Eric with District 82 Pinball. Come on down. We're open on weekends.